Why is the world broken? How to fix it? We can't. No, wait a minute. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It's all about exclusion, okay? In the last, I would say, 25 years, maybe 40 years, we've been practicing exclusion. If you're this color, you don't belong. If you don't make enough money, you don't belong. If you don't drive this kind of car, you don't belong. If you don't wear this kind of clothing, you don't belong. We've been living in a society of exclusion. In other words, I'm right, you're wrong, this is the right way, you're the wrong way. And it is affecting us in so many ways. It's affecting us as far as our food consumption, as far as our lifestyles, as far as our health, as far as our longevity on this planet. As I've said to you many times in my videos, Common Point is about practicing inclusion. It's about practicing immersion. Immersion is inclusion in itself, okay? So if you immerse into something, you immerse yourself into a swimming pool, you immerse yourself into a love affair, you immerse yourself into a sexual experience, you immerse yourself into a walk, exercise, focus. That's all immersion. But when you don't immerse into things, you are excluding yourself, or you're eliminating yourself from all those activities. So we are, especially in this country right now, especially in the United States, we are so mired in this, I'm right, you're wrong, it's my way or the highway. No matter what we're talking about, it could be politics, it could be the way you live, it could be the way you, who you pick as a mate, or the kind of house you live in. It's all about, it's got to be my way. It can't be our way. It's got to be my way only. And that is creating so much damage to our society. And it has a ripple effect in everything we do, in our education. That's a good example, education. Our schools are designed now like little prisons. They're not inclusion. It's a box you go to be safe. I'm going to exclude whatever might come in here because of fear. Exclusion is created because of fear. Fear is a good thing when you're running for your life. Fear is a good thing of trying to find food. You're trying to save your family. Fear is a good thing. It's a good trait to have. It's a good thing to understand, fear. But when we go so far with it, where we exclude people in our lives because we fear for them because of the color of their skin, we fear for them because of their belief systems, we fear them because of their religion, we fear them because of where they came from. Right now we're going through a thing in our country where a lot of immigrants are trying to come to our country. They're coming here out of fear. They're coming here to have a better life. My grandfather and my grandmother came from Italy. It wasn't so much fear for them, but it was they wanted a better life. My grandfather came here through Ellis Island, and as it is today, as it was then, my grandfather was hated because of who he was, because he was an immigrant. But we are all immigrants. None of us are from here, okay? Originally, we are all immigrants. The American Indians, if you want to go back that many years, were the original Americans. But they come from somewhere too. We all come from somewhere, okay? So this notion of this is the box. These are the parameters you have to be an American. These are the parameters you have to be accepted in this country. It's got to stop because Exclusion eventually will destroy everything. Exclusion will destroy our economy. Exclusion will destroy our passion, not our passion, our dignity, our well-being. It creates hatred. It creates bitterness. It creates rivalry. Exclusion doesn't benefit a society. It only hurts a society. So when I talk about immersion in my book, okay, for those of you who don't know me, don't know anything about my book, The Book of Common Point, it's about inclusion. It's about immersion, okay? An immersion into everything. And I opened this video by saying, the world is broken. How can we fix it? Okay? I should have got to that quicker. How we fix it is start being more inclusive. Okay? That's how we fix this mess. We are going to be going through probably about a decade of more exclusion, more hatred, more bitterness, more I'm right, you're wrong, more religious infighting. We're going to keep going through that. But we will get out of it. We will break out of it. Because eventually, human beings can be very stubborn beings. Eventually, it will sink in to our heads that we must get along on this planet. If we do not get along with each other, we will lose each other. Also, in the Common Point philosophy, inclusion is connected to the earth, to nature. That's the first place you need to include into your life. You must, I'm telling you now, this is not a maybe, this is not, I might, you've got to be connected to the earth on an inclusion level, on an inclusion state, on an immersion state. Meaning, if you live in a new home and all the windows are locked up and all the doors are locked up and you've got perfume everywhere, you're not living within nature. You're trying to be excluded from nature. Oh, well, we got bugs and I don't want ants and I don't... That's reality. There are bugs in the world. I think I've got a pet bug in my bathroom, not sure. I'm not saying that you need to let everything in from the outside. I'm saying you've got to accept the fact. You've got to include nature. Open the windows. Let the house air out. Shut off the air conditioner. You'll save money. You not only save money, you save energy. And you save the planet by not using more energy than you need. Okay? So be more inclusive, more connected to the earth. Be more connected to nature. Be more connected to your neighbor. Do you know your neighbor? Oh, there. I see a car. Go back and forth. Well, sometimes it changes color. Yeah, it's a Ford. Oh, no, it's a Toyota. I don't know what it is. Know your neighbor. Here's something. Christmas is coming. As you know, I am not a Christian. I'm an agnostic. But I do celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Jesus' message of love and giving and understanding. Okay? That's as far as I go with it. But I do celebrate that part of Christmas. I have a Christmas tree. I do. I like Christmas. Christmas is a great thing. So go to your neighbor and find out who they are. Find out how they live. What kind of people are they? Where are they from? Don't exclude them from your life. Don't live in this tiny, tiny orb of an existence. When you live in this tiny little orb of existence, you limit your possibilities. You limit your possibilities of growing, of seeking, of understanding, of knowledge, of wisdom by doing so. We've got to get out of this mindset of it's just our way, not your way. Okay? The United States of America, what makes it the greatest country in the world is the inclusion and including all, I can't say that word, all people, including all types of people. Think about it. Don't you like to go eat Chinese food or Vietnamese food or German food? I love German food. Italian food, Spanish food, tacos, burritos. You can drive down any main street in the United States, any highway, when you're on a trip, driving a car, and you see hundreds of different kind of foods available. You don't see that in other countries, not like here. That's because we included all those different ethnicities. Am I saying that right? Probably not. We include all those peoples, all those kind of peoples, bring all those wonderful different foods to our country. So you can drive down the road and go, I want a taco. Oh no, I want a pizza. No, I want ribs. Wait a minute, I want Chinese food. Think about that for a second. That's what makes us so great in this country. That's what makes us so friggin' great in this country. We can do that, okay? We can do that. It's not like that in other countries. I know, I've been there. I know. So how do you save the world? That's a big one, John. Can you save the world? No, I cannot personally push a button and save the world or the direction of the world. The direction of the world is set. It's going to go where it's going to go. I can't change that. But being more inclusive with the world, understanding why people think the way they do, understanding why people live the way they do, accepting the way people live, accepting the way people think, is all. I'm not going to say inclusion again. I just did. That's how we save the world, okay? Not only the population, and when I say the world, people of the world, countries of the world, that's how we unite, okay? That's how we unite as peoples on the planet. But we cannot do that unless we are immersed into nature, okay? We must be immersed in nature. Don't live in a plastic world. Don't live in a bubble. Don't live in a sealed McMansion. Because if you do, you're not living externally in the world. You're not living with nature. Live with nature as much as you can. If you live in a home like that, or a condo like that, or an environment like that, take the time and get outside. Walk in the park. Hug a tree. Really? Hug a tree. Just sit on a bench and look at flowers or look at nature. Don't let yourself become excluded from nature. That's the first step of fixing the world. Don't allow yourself to be excluded from the natural environments and life on this planet. That's the first step of becoming involved. Not being excluded, but being included. When you start with nature, from nature you can step into humanity. Why does humanity live this way? It's fear. Okay? We've got so much going on right now in our country. So much going on in other countries. It's all this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to bomb you, we're going to do this, it's all, none of it is positive. All of it is negative. So if we foster a positive attitude towards life itself, we won't be broken anymore, because we can't continue to be broken. Because if we continue to be broken as a society, connected to each other and connected to the earth, we are going to no more. Maybe the dinosaurs will come back. Maybe it'll be bugs. It might be ants. I gotta hope it's not mosquitoes. Giant mosquitoes the size of freight trains. Nobody knows what will be here after us. But there will be something here after us. Because eventually we will end. We're not going to be here forever. We're a cycle, like everything. Plants, dinosaurs, ancient man, modern man. You can take your electric spaceship and go to Mars. And the point I'm trying to make is, I don't know that for sure. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the future brings. Nobody knows what the future brings. All I know is you've got to be connected. We have to be interconnected with each other. If we are not interconnected and can accept each other's differences, accept each other's weaknesses, accept each other's belief systems, we don't have to accept it all. We don't have to be them. That's the thing. That's the thing right now. That's the thing with the fear. The fear producers, the fear mongers are over here going, oh, I don't want to be like them. We're not asking you to be like them. I'm not asking you to be like them. We're asking you to meet them halfway and say, okay, this is my idea of life and this is your idea of life. Hey, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. We've got to figure this out. So, how do you fix? Is the earth broken? And how do you fix it? You fix it by getting involved and being included. You fix it by having people include with you or involve with you on what you do. It's all about harmony. Life is about harmony. Harmony. Things must work together. Harmony. Here's a real simple example of harmony in life. Go outside. I got you outside. Go outside and pick a leaf off a tree. One leaf. It could be an oak tree, a maple tree. It could be a leaf on a bush, on a shrub. Pick a leaf and turn it over. Look at the back of the leaf, and you see the veins of the leaf. Those veins of that leaf grow the same way every time that leaf grows from that tree. Not identical. Same way with human beings. When I'm being created, when I was being created, I was in the womb, I was being turned into a human being. I'm not exactly like everybody else, but we all have a lot of common denominators, okay? Everything has a pattern. Everything has everything has a pattern. Look at the back of a leaf. The spirals of a pine cone. If you cut a tree, you see the spirals in the tree. Everything in life has a pattern. And that pattern is positive. It's not negative. And I'll tell you something else too that a lot of people don't realize. Everything that is positive goes clockwise. Look at the rings in the tree. It goes clockwise. Okay? Flush a toilet, goes clockwise. The clock goes clockwise. It's just nature. It's the way nature works. Things spiral clockwise. If you go to the grocery store and you get an ear of corn, you get a dry ear of corn, and you try to take the kernels off the corn, you've got to go clockwise. Or is it you got to go the opposite direction of the way it's growing, because it grows, I believe it grows clockwise on the corn kernel in order to take it off. So everything has a pattern in life. Everything has a pattern. And when we ignore that pattern, or we try to push against it and say, I'm not going to be immersed with that over there. I don't want to get involved with that. I don't agree with that. I understand that. But you need to understand it enough to know what it is. Meaning, how do we fix a broken planet? How do we fix a broken planet? By immersion. By immersing ourselves into getting involved with understanding things we don't want to accept, things we don't understand, things we fear. Kick fear to the curb and start to understand your neighbor. Start to understand why they believe a certain way. That's how we are going to save the planet, the population on the planet. Same way with nature. How are we going to maintain nature's harmony on this planet? By understanding it, not by avoiding it, not by being excluded from it. Okay? You can't exclude nature from your life because you're part of it. Damn, I keep drinking coffee. I gotta quit doing that. You got to include yourself with everything. We are immersed with everything. Everything on this planet is part of us, and we are part of it. We're not separated from it. Everything that happens 5,000 miles away in another country affects us, vice versa. We don't live on an island. A lot of people, especially in the United States, think we do. Our country's surrounded by water, we're fine. Not. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Do me a favor. Spend time to get involved with people you don't understand. Don't fight with people. Don't argue with people. Just listen to them. Spend time connecting to the earth. Connecting to nature. Look at that leaf. Look at that flower. Look at a bird. Just think of the miracle of that. If you could take a bird's wing and turn it over, and you see all the bones in the wings. That happens every single time a bird is created. Or my hand. How many hands, not just my hand, but how many hands in the last 5,000, 20,000, 50,000 years have been made, not identical, but identical. Meaning, not identical to mine, but it's a working hand. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And that only happens because it's inclusive into nature. I love you guys. Thank you very much. go into any of my videos. If you want to buy my book, there's a link. You can buy my book at Buy Me a Coffee. Link on that. You go under store, click store, and the thing for book will come up. I will send you a book. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Hope I wasn't all over the map in this video, but I want to keep putting them out there. I want to keep the philosophy going. And for my seekers out there, you guys, thank you so much for your comments. Thank you very much for your support. My seekers, the peoples that have been following me ever since I started this philosophy. You guys are amazing. I'm going to go. Talk to you later. Bye now.